Hey guys, Jengar here. This is another episode of Combat Report in which we're using the footage from the BF 109 Italy review. And we are flying on the higher altitudes. We didn't dive on that Spitfire. Why? I want to check things out a little bit more. We are not in a rush. We are taking our time, and positioning, decision making, and the right moment to attack is always that thing that you're looking for. And I didn't think the Spitfire was the first target I should dive on. It's not very often that I dive on the first target I see, but it happens sometimes. Now this guy is going down into the clouds. We pushed him down. I wanted to make an attempt, but I decided not to. I pushed him down. That's enough for now. I'm not gonna give up my altitude yet. Not even half of the enemy team has been visible yet, and I expect some might be on altitude yet. Although I'm getting more and more confident that we've got a handle on things here, and we are the highest plane. We have the gun pods on in this match, and that's always a little bit of a damper on your performance, but I wanted to show you both setups. This Spitfire seems to be coming up after going down and avoiding my squad mate there. And he's coming back up, and that seems to be the perfect shot here for my first kill. So I'm going for it. All in, and we get him. We get out. Got the B-25 there on our right, XP in front of us, and here we go. We did lose quite a bit of altitude, but we didn't wait quite long enough. There was, in the end, a Hellcat up there, and a few other people that were, in the end, still above us. I always suspect that. And even if you do take the time as we did in this match, you cannot always prevent this from happening. So we have 3 people on or either above our altitude, and the main problem right now is this Hellcat, which we are going to have to try to maneuver with. Now, without the gun pods, I would have no issues at all trying to maneuver with him. Here we move at the last moment, giving him a small profile, throwing off his aim and his approach. As he's going fast and going into compression, he will have a difficult time getting guns on target when you make that last move right before he starts shooting. Now there's a second Hellcat here, and in this is a numerical overcount for them. Disadvantageous for me, and I decide to go for the full head-on. Sometimes in these kind of situations you just have to do that. He was already very close. A maneuver I might have made me vulnerable for the second one, so I decided to take a full head-on. Now you can debate whether I stayed a little bit too long in it, because I did get the shots placed right, and he did get another hit on my wing because of that, making me a little bit damaged in the flight model. But still, we did our best. We're gonna try to get some shots on this guy. And there was already an F4U approaching. If you see him, his dot is right underneath my plane. He's about 3 kilometers away. We do get the Hellcat there. We're turning away immediately towards my airfield because I thought I saw more dots in that last view there. And I was right. There is 4 planes coming our way. I'm putting the nose down, trying to get some speed. And we're trying to get the hell out of here. Now, why am I not fighting here against 4 planes? That is certain death. I'm going to try to force a tactical retreat here. A tactical reset, as I call this. This is not airfield camping, because it is not in my mind to stay flying above the airfield. I also need to land, by the way, so I'm also gonna look for a timed landing where there's enough distance between these 4 planes and me so I can make a landing and be on the right side of the airfield, so they have to go through all the AA guns as I go through. Now I'm about to land here, very slow, about to set down, and as I see this F4U not turning away from the airfield, not pulling off, I decide that he's gonna try to make a pass on high speed and trying to get me on the airfield with a strafe, and I don't want that, so I make a restart, pull off from the landing, and we're going back out with 4 Corsairs in my sorry, 4. I can't count. With 2 Corsairs in the main view here. I saw them turn away. In the end they didn't turn away, they stayed around the airfield, so I'm moving away from the airfield to support the Focke-Wulf 190 here. I didn't want him to be shot down while I was landing on the airfield and giving me even a worse situation with a 1 versus 4. Not that I couldn't manage that, but you know, when you can try to help an ally, I always would in this situation. I still had 9 minutes of fuel when I stayed away. There, one of the enemies says, "So sad that you're camping the airfield." Well, we are not camping the airfield. We are away from the airfield. We are outside of the AA guns, and we are engaging this Corsair. I know there is another Corsair out there. Yummy, by the way, has landed in the meantime, as he didn't have any more ammo, I believe he said. He was a communicative guy, so we were working together a little bit. And there is 3 other enemy fighters somewhere. I don't know where, so I need to hurry here. I'm on a rush, in a rush, sorry. But yeah, so we are in a fight with him here. We're taking it into the vertical. I'm gonna get a perfect shot here, but I continue with the positive pitch for a little bit too long. Kept my finger on the elevator for 1 second too long. I should have stopped that, and I would have killed him there already. Would have gone back by then already. But yeah, you make mistakes. This is life. I have to live with it. I'm gonna go after him again. Still a few cannon rounds left. That was not a good shot. We don't have any more cannon rounds. It's just machine guns by now. In the vertical, I will basically always win from him, as he's already stalling out here. So he is forced to pull away again. Difficult for him to win this fight in the vertical. At higher speeds in a rolling fight, he would be in the advantage, but not in this fight. We are already on, well, we're not on low speed, but basically I'm behind him. I can control this fight. I can slow down if I have to, throttle up, throttle down if needed, and use high yo-yos to stay behind him. That's what I prefer from throttling often, but throttling is also something I use regularly, of course. But I like to use these high yo-yos. You come up and you roll over, you come down again. That's what a high yo-yo is to make sure that you don't overshoot an enemy plane. I do have some further explanation in my air combat maneuver series from a few years ago, where I also explained the high yo-yo. But that's something you can use. One of my major tools when I'm trying not to overshoot is the high yo-yo. You can, when you're a little bit higher up, you can also use the low yo-yo for that, when you go down and up instead of up and down. But those are all tricky maneuvers that you can use to not overshoot, except from using an air brake if you have it, or flaps that slow you down a little bit, or some people even like to use their gear. I'm not much of a gear user. I don't like that. I think it's a bit of a gimmick, but it can work. I prefer to use these maneuvers though. Let's see, and throttling of course is also a major thing, not to overshoot. Now, my ally Yummy there, he came back and he lured this Mustang into the higher altitudes, and we now got a major shot on him. We're gonna try to, we got a hit already, and we've got a crit and a fire right there at the last. Very good. Yeah, he's on fire and he dies. That's good. And I think one of the other guys, so that P-51 there, was still alive. He crashed on the airfield landing. I think he was damaged by somebody. So that was it. 5 kills with the gun pods. Good showing. We are again in this plane now without the gun pods. So this is a setup with a clean plane without the extra guns. More performance left, even better in the vertical that way. We are again high, over 5,000. We started at 6,000. We've got a Spitfire. I'm going for that first in the end. I could dive on one of these guys, get the kill, but then the Spitfire would be above me, and I never want that. So we're gonna go and try to get a shot on the Spit here. No. We just missed the lead there. As we finally approach that guy, we've got a Hellcat there. He got hit by my ally, but he's far from dead. So I want to remove him here. Got a perfect shot, and we take off his left wing. Pull out. Look where the Spitfire is. We got a P-51 there as well, and we're going back up for altitude as one of my squad mate is coming down for a boom on that Spitfire. We are working in tandem here as we try to clear out these guys that were on the higher altitudes, which we're doing a good job at. This is the last guy on altitude and he is diving. So we're going after him. We saw a lot of people on the lower altitudes already before, and now we're going trying to hunt them down. That was also a bit of an example of how you can use this plane at the lower altitudes, keeping her fast and lethal. Now I see a dot there. There's something over there. Yeah, it's a P-51. Let's see what we can do against this guy. We got high speeds. Gotta be careful here. We cannot dive immediately on him. We gotta get up into the vertical first. We'll make a good roll like this, and just a turn where you lose a bit of speed because there is some compression in the 109s, and you don't want to go down on this guy and then not be able to pull out and crash into the ground. We've got a few, as we are very low now, you got a few people coming out of the clouds, which we got to be aware of. My teammates are also talking to me where they saw people come out of the clouds, where they saw dots. This guy turns right in front of me, perfect. I mean, that's more his fault than my great positioning. I didn't even have to do anything to get the aim perfect almost, right? So that was an easy shot. Now we've got another Corsair here. If he extends here, we've got a problem because he is easily extending. So I'm gonna just throw some pot shots at him. Not too accurate, just a machine gun, just to spam him a little bit. And he turns. Yeah, he turns. That's a mistake. He could have just removed himself from that situation very easily. But he decides to turn, and again he pulls for a target, and he just gets himself right in front of my guns. Another perfect example how not to use a Corsair. Very silly. But again, an easy kill for me. We thought there was somebody at their airfield. We made sure that we went that way, and we found the P-51 at their airfield, coming off the airfield as he has refueled and rearmed. We're gonna take him up into the vertical as he was slightly climbing there. So I've got a major advantage in energy here. Classic stall maneuver. He doesn't come after me, so he pulls out, makes a split S underneath me and tries to pull away. And let's see what he does. Now we've got a fire. I'm pretty sure that after this he would have tried to pull off to the airfield, which is a tactical retreat, which I would understand in this case. But I got that fire in my first pass, and yeah, that makes an end of that fight. We've got another 5 kills in this match, and yeah, good playing this. I love the 109. Yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.